Hello guys, and welcome to episode 12 of my Karelia campaign in Star Division 2, playing on the Soviet side. Previously, we continued to make dents in the Finnish front line, and now we're going to be basically continuing with more of the same. So let's start by opening up this road against the 8th Border Guards Battalion. This is a battle that I looked for in the previous episode, so let's start by doing that. I want to take them out before they dig in. I'm going to bring in the 336th Cannon Artillery Brigade behind us. Maybe we can make use of some 152mm assault guns. Okay, let's jump on in. Do actually gain access to some Churchill 7s from captured. Not captured, Lend-Lease, sorry. Churchill 7s. I wonder if they have a different camo. Because this is definitely a unit that we don't see in the multiplayer at all. Have a look. Well, obviously we can't see at the moment, but it does look like their icons are a little bit different. Churchill 7s are fantastic for this kind of engagement because they just have so much armor that they can't penetrate regardless of whether or not they have any AT guns. So we'll make good use of them, that's for sure. They are pretty slow, unfortunately, but that's okay. They can just kind of back us up. I'm going to have a bunch of mortars down from the start, and then we'll just have infantry that can push as well. Okay, let's see. Maybe worth doing a bit of a human wall again, like we did last episode. I think we can probably afford to squeeze up a bit more than that, so I'm going to start with more units deployed in trucks. I should also make sure I have some points left over for a few supply trucks, just so that these don't run out of ammo while I'm not paying attention, those mortars. Let's just drop a couple of those Thraki actually. Okay, then we'll grab the supply trucks. Don't think it really matters too much if they're too close, because they're not really going to be in a position to counter battery. Put those on fire at well. Those on fire at well. And all of these on fire well. Cool. I think this is a little bit different to normal. The 646 on the side of the turret, certainly something I don't think I've seen before. That's cool. I always like finding these sort of, I guess, little Easter eggs in the campaign. Let's just load these early, otherwise the Maxims are going to do lots of damage. Hopefully the mortars have got my back. I don't think they do, not at the moment. Let's just start pushing across on the left. Rocky there took out the Kubel, which is nice. Right, do I have any more tanks I can use to help me push forwards? Got a few KV-1Ss. I guess I could also bring in the 152mm and the 122mm. It looks like the mortars are finally getting on target, that's good. I'm going to have to be careful coming up to the buildings there, just in case there's any infantry with close range AT. Because even close range AT can get through the 150mm of frontal armor that the Churchills have. I'm going to just start charging this Thraki forwards while the Maxims are pinned down. There's a lot of Maxims. Probably just bring in more of those mortars. The mortars, they only cost 3 points a pop. Whereas if we look at the cannons, Oh, they also cost 3 points pop. I guess we could use the 152s. We don't have any radios on the front line right now though, so they won't be that effective. Won't fire very quickly at all. They'll take ages to aim. The rate at which we're pushing right now is decent, so I don't think we need the long range RT right now. Get the Straki out of there. They can go on a holiday or something. The last man alive in his squad. Poor chap. Let's get the Churchill 7 up onto the hill so it can fire over the town. Get the KV-1Ss to spread out a little bit. I think it's probably just the Maxims there. I'm going to move the Straki and get him into the church. I'm going to have a Straki move to the far left side. We'll move up to that building. One can just move up to this far flag. Great. So the left is falling apart, that's for sure. The right should shortly, especially with all of these KV-1Ss hanging about. And at close range, those Maxims don't really stand a chance against the Straki squad, so that's good. Just going to bring in some infantry to get rid of this salient in our front line. Right, Churchill 7 can move up. Strelkis can move up. Get the Churchill to just move into a position that can cover the roads so that they stop getting reinforcements. I'll still be able to bring in reinforcements if I move there, but I'll be able to stop them from unloading too close because I'll be able to shoot up the roads. Those mortars are really, really coming in handy right now. Taking care of enemy artillery very quickly, which basically allows our Strelki to continue the push unhindered. Let's bring in a few more Strelki DP, push through these trees, because we're a bit spread out here. Should probably get some more to join me on the right as well. I do want to push for a major victory. We'll see if we can make it. Oh, go on, Churchill. Pop it. Here you go. Beautiful. Oh no, my Churchill died. Oh, it would have been Tanketoyunta, I guess. There's 2 rockets fired out of there at the same time. That's why I had the Strelki coming in here to clean that out. Got a bit impatient there. Lost the Churchill for it. That's a shame. Big shame, actually. And one good thing about fighting against the Tanketoyunta in general is that they do have rifles, like 500-meter range rifles, so if you're running forwards with infantry, they'll generally engage you. If you were playing against players, of course, they'd put them on return fire, but in this case, you can see that it's just going to reveal them all, and we can take care of them. Hopefully the mortar fire will come down on their face, and that'll be job done. That's when you know Strelki can fall back. Already taking the brunt of that damage. There's definitely an infantry squad here somewhere on the left still. Clean that out. More Strelki to push up in the center. And on the right hand side. Well, at least we have plenty of targets for our mortars. Oh, look at all of that mortar fire coming down. Damn, it's going to do a lot of damage. You would not want to be in that forest right now. Strelki can just hide. Just leave them behind. Okay, so we found the Maxim there. I'm not sure where this unit is on the left, so I'm just gonna spread out Strelki and we'll go hunt them down. Alright. The artillery is still firing. We'll just have to kind of bypass the trees there for the time being. Okay. KV-1S supporting us from the right, that's good. Let's continue moving forward as this Churchill now that I've got the Strelki further up. The artillery fire coming in, the tank engaging whilst the infantry run past. Looks gorgeous. I'm going to start moving forward as this Churchill. We won't get it too close to the tree line, though. I won't make the same mistake twice. With those tank and Toyota could very well be hiding in that tree line. Let's move forward, or move back, sorry, the Strelki there. These Strelki are all going to have to unload, otherwise they're going to get killed in their transports. Oh, that machine gun's in for a bad time. Although, they're engaging from quite far away now. How far can these shoot? We can more or less fire across the whole map. Ooh, that Strelki took a lot of damage. Let's spread these out to go cover that flag on the left. These ones can take the ones further right. Great. Continue the push. There's a lot of flags on this map. Currently 21 to 5. Now it's, well, it's still 21 to 5. We got the 25 seconds left. Do want to make it a total victory if we can. But we're losing this flag in particular. I'm just gonna run next to it and continue that engagement. There we go. Total victory. Hopefully. Yeah, we got it. Great. 10 minutes 26 seconds, and all we lost was the Churchill. So, fantastic. The 120mm mortars, it looked like they picked up a few kills there briefly. Having a quick look. Yeah, that's gonna hopefully destroy those. It didn't destroy them, it disorganized them, unfortunately. And now that has revealed a couple more units dug in on the crossroad. That really sucks. We need to open up that crossroad ASAP. Now the other thing I was thinking about from the last episode was moving back some of these units. So I think I'm going to leave the 62nd Rifle Regiment here just to back up these fortified units. But these two can come back onto the road, and then we can move the anti-tank. We can go really, really far. And we can go up and all the way up to the objective and helps encircle these forces. There is the Pioneer Battalion here, kind of like stuck behind us. I think my best bet is just to continue to push units around. I'm going to dig in this unit. I'm going to dig in this unit. I'm going to dig in this unit. The rest of them will move back one way or another. I might even dig in this unit. We're going to sort of move them up and around. I'm going to focus more on maneuver in this campaign now, rather than just going head on into every fight. Gotta move the AA forwards. Not sure what I'm going to do about these guys though, because we do have the 98th Rifle Corps here. I could just use them to push through the Pioneery, but the Pioneery, they do have AT satchels as well as TNTs. So that would really suck for the T-3485s that I have. Well, and anything really. Like, the AI could be really, really annoying with a Pioneer Battalion. So it might just be better off for me to push through to the 3rd Infantry Regiment. Just make a bit of an attack with these 3 units. Let's do that. Okay, in we go. This will stop me having to go back on myself by attacking the Pioneer Battalion, and instead make a gap that the rest of the units can encircle the finish. Okay, we'll just manual deploy. I think I'm going to do a wall of men for this one. We do have the Rifle Regiment here that can do that. And I'll just back it up with tanks as and when we need. So we'll deploy everything without transports. And we'll just do the old charge. Surprisingly effective, how good this can be. Surprising how good this can be. Let's put down maybe a couple tanks, or actually probably better off maybe dropping a couple mortars and then adding to those later on. Let's do that. Let's launch the battle. Grab everything. Give the attack orders forwards. And we just gotta split them so they cover the different objectives. Okay, let's speed things up. Put these on to fire at will. And I think I'm just going to bring in all of my mortars initially. So we'll grab in a couple more 120 mils. The reason I'm bringing them in without transports is just so I can select them and put them on fire at will. Although ideally I want them to move and then go on to fire at will. I guess it's fine if they just sit near the spawn. Let's move these ones a little bit further though. When we finally reach contact, these mortars will help massively. Already engaging the tank and Toyota there with the mortars. Great. Do I have any more mortars or any artillery that I can use? Oh wow, I have a lot actually. Cool. I could also set up a command network for the artillery so they reload faster, but not a massive priority right now. Let's just make sure these get supply. They can keep firing. I'm going to bring in 2 for each. That should be enough for most of the game. Okay. Keep pressing on towards these Kivari. It looks like we might need a separate infantry push for this town, so we'll bring that in next. And all of the mortars that have unloaded. We need to put them all onto firewall. Right, again, the maxims at close range just aren't that good, so Rocky DP should be fine in that engagement. I might move a few to take care of this Kivari though. I thought the Strelki would have killed that Maxim by now. But I guess never mind, huh? Right, let's move this back. The 2 submachine guns that those Kivari have, very, very good. Very accurate. So at close range, they do only have like a range of like 150 meters, but because they have 65% accuracy, at 100 meters that goes up even more. And it gets pretty crazy compared to the standard accuracy of like a normal Strelki squad. These have like 60%. I think these have 65. Yeah, which does make a big difference because they have extra range. I'm not sure if it's like another 5% increase, but either way, the submachine guns do quite a bit more damage. Alright, we got plenty of points. Let's bring in some tanks to the center, and we're going to bring in that attack for that town. Right. I don't know if I need more mortars, probably not. Should probably spread these out a bit more. Leave any weaker squads behind. I bumped into the Kivari there. Interesting. They're going back on themselves. I assume it's because they're behind enemy lines technically, so they're trying to get back to friendly lines. Bring in more tanks to the ridge. Nice thing about the T-34 85 1944 is they have more rate of fire. These are just the 1943s though, I just realised. Yeah, rate of fire is a bit more limited. I'm gonna unload these just in case. And the tank can actually help out there. These ones can spread and attack the town. A lot of machine guns in the middle, that's for sure, but we have a lot of artillery, so hopefully we can just overwhelm those. Bring in a couple more. On the next tick I'll bring in another 2. Or maybe we could just bring in loads of them. Yay, mortar spam. Alright, let's bring in a couple supply trucks for those, a couple supply trucks for these. We have a lot of infantry on the ground, but we've taken most of the objectives so far. Just the machine guns kind of holding back the infantry from range for the most part. Because they're just on attack orders. I could, of course, just use move orders, but if they start moving while the machine guns are firing at them, then they'll take way more damage. Because they're on the move as opposed to stood still engaging. Right, let's unload all of these, put them on firewall. Now, anything that comes under fire will be supported by an absolute ton of mortars. I'm going to need some more infantry for the right by the looks of things. Do I have any more Strauki? I do not. Aptos it is. For the T-34 support. Brilliant. Those Strauki, they ran out of BP ammo. I think a lot of them, oh nearly. And the reason I said that is because I assumed they would be in line of sight, but they're not. Okay, we'll just speed things up now, because the enemy is on their last legs. Look at all the mortar fire everywhere. Damn. That is pretty disgusting. It's hitting my own troops a little bit. For the most part, is good though. I'm gonna jump in the building next to these. Looks like for this one we might only get a major victory rather than a total victory. Unless my Strauki can get to this point in 5 seconds. Ooh, total victory, just. Damn. 3 Strauki killed and 2 Strauki DP. That's all we lost. Okay. Well, apparently we lost nothing. We definitely did. That's gonna... yeah, there we go, perfect. Although it has pushed more towards the road, so I'm not really sure if that was a great idea. We're getting the surround on them though, regardless, I think. Unless I'm going to have to attack the 2nd Battalion of the Infantry Regiment 49 now to get out this road, which I think we might. It's kind of awkward. Right, I'm going to move up the 142nd Rifle Division. The rest of the stuff on the right hand side is fine though. We're just going to leave that as it is. This area is just completely moved already. I'm going to start moving up these towards the objective. Great. May as well move the artillery forward there. Cool. Let's just start flooding through. Get the anti-air as far forwards as I can. Just keep moving all of these. Okay, next up, I think we need to attack the front line here. We do have the 110th Rifle Corps, which can help us push through. And I think what we're going to do is push to the right. We'll go through the 3rd Division HQ and try and take the road going towards the crossroad here. Then we can meet up with these forces and push north. And we also need to clean up these forces as well. We got the motorized heavy artillery battalion, the light AA, and the coastal artillery brigade. That needs to be taken out. That's the HQ. Then I'll just spread out and take all of the territory there. Okay. For now, let's focus on this battle against the 3rd Division. We'll bring in the 110th because they provide us with the ISU 152s. I'll bring in, I think, these two as well. The 450th and 119th Rifle Regiments. Now, this is going to be an interesting battle because there's a lot of, like, AA and AT guns, I might have to human wall this one with lots of mortars again, because otherwise that anti-air, more specifically, will tear my infantry a new one. I didn't actually reinforce, which is interesting. I thought there would be breakthrough defenses because they had like a phase A unit nearby which was dug in, but I guess never mind. Still going to do a human wall. Bring in a few ISU 152s when we need to. I can probably just bring in a couple for the hill here so that we can push across the open, because yeah, this right side's perfect for the ISUs. I'll even bring in the ISU command. Okay, then we'll just focus on artillery. Oh wow, we do have the 203 mil and 280 mil, but that would require us to use some radio. I guess we could use radio on the left. Yeah, these are incredible. I guess it kind of looks cool putting them by the train tracks, because I guess they could probably be delivered on trains. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna, for the most part, do the Strelki push. So let's grab our Strelki and line them up, ready to go. How many points do we have left? 19. Plenty. Plenty of men. Okay, that's it. Launch the battle. Select all the Strelki. All the Strelki DP. Here we go. One's on the right. Now specifically. Go that way. And we're going to need more infantry to push up the left. I could also bring in some more radios. I don't know what that is we're firing at, but it's going to take a lot of damage. Okay, never mind. Got blown up by an ISU 152, so I wasn't wrong. Get the ISUs to move forwards. Right, what has radios? Is it just my combats? I guess we'll have to zoom forwards with them then. I might just unload them further back and give them a follow order. Oh, that's going to have corrected shot. Oh, here we go. Artillery away. Oh, that's surely just going to get like one shot. If the artillery decides to land on target, that is. I thought the corrected shot would be better than that. Okay, let's bring in more of these ISU 152s just to help push. All of these AT guns are just going to get demolished. We'll bring in more infantry to push over this hill. I guess I'll also bring in some 120 more mortars, because they'll be a lot more speedy at killing stuff for us. Unload these. Oh, we just lost a couple of Strelky DP because of that. That's annoying. And these guys aren't going to have a very good time against the 20 mil on the back of that truck. That's for sure. These on fire at will. And we'll bring in a supply. Gotta love the infantry pushing along, supported by the ISU 152s in the open range engagements. Oh, that 20 mil truck is very dead right now. I'm just going to have that ISU push up on the road. Unload these, put them on fire at will. Just seeing the high explosive shells land and like blow up infantry squads is so satisfying. Even if this runs out of AP, like a HE shell will take out that truck, no problem. It's everything going boom. One at a time. Alright, let's move this ISU 152 just all the way through so I can cover from that hill. Alright, forwards we go. Oh, I just destroyed the house completely. Okay, 16 to 8, not bad. We're getting there. This is perfect for the ISU 152s, it really is. You couldn't have got much better than this. Just double checking everything. We can speed it back up again. Gotta push through here. Is that just the one unit there? Yeah, it is. Okay, well that's fine then. There's so many of these small AT guns everywhere. Well, that's a lot of infantry on the right. They might end up under mortar fire, yeah. Yeah, everything's targeting them. Oh, these actually ran out of ammo. Oops. And then filled up again quickly. Oh, never mind. Total victory. 12 minutes, 2 seconds. 47 kills, 2 losses. Yeah, ISU's certainly leading the charge. Very nice. Alright, that's going to be the 3rd Division HQ probably destroyed, and that opens up a bit of the road for us. Great. Now we just need to continue pushing through to the right hand side. I can probably fortify with the 450th, and we'll carry on to the right with the 110th in the next turn. But unfortunately, guys, it has been my time, so I'm going to leave it here. We're certainly starting to make a decent amount of progress in sort of securing the roads that allow us to get to the objectives. We have also just overtaken the finish and score, which is good. But yeah, that's it for now. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.